Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today is the March 2019 reading. What's up? I've changed up my reading style a little bit. I'm actually adding cards to the reading, so there's like a few other areas that I'm looking into. Also, I pull a color card, a theme card, which I kind of always did, and an essential oil card, and then of course I always have like the stone of the month. So there's a few things to show you guys before we actually get into the reading itself. So let's look over and look into the energies for the month of March. Remember that this is just a general reading, so this is like general energies out there. So sometimes you might watch like a few different March readings, and and we're just kind of tapping into like all the different energies that are out there. However, if you wanted something that was more specific and tailored to your situation and what's going on in your life, you can always catch a reading with me over at www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. Also, I want to give an update about my Wally's World Oracle deck. This past weekend, I actually ordered a sample of the deck. I just kind of want to see what it looks like in printed format. So I'm not printing it right now with all the gold foil and the edging and all of that, because it's kind of expensive to do that for a sample deck. The finished deck will have all of that, the deck that people can purchase, but I just kind of want to see what does it look like when it's just like in my hands in card form. So I'm so excited about that. If it's good, I'm going to get my Kickstarter ready, and I will definitely give you guys the link to that once everything's up and running. And I'm so excited. We are getting so much closer to that deck, and I just can't wait. I'm like, oh. So and if you haven't checked out my Patreon page, I've updated it for this year. So patreon.com/kittensweightsandtarot. I have kind of readjusted all my tiers, so now I have crystal grids of the month. I have live chat, live stream healings. I have mediumship live streams. I have live streams where we're doing some guided meditations and tossing some cards. I do some one-on-one readings for people. I have weekly readings specifically for my KWT tribe over there. There's lots of goodies, so I mean, go check that out if you're interested. Let's look at our theme card for the month of March, and I'm actually pulling from the Pythia Botanical Oracle by Layla and Olive, and I've kind of pre-pulled this card. I pre-pulled the cards for this one, the color of the month, the essential oil, but I will kind of actually pull with you guys the cards of the month of March. Okay, so the card for that is Invert Fear, Blackthorn. So this is our overarching theme. Remember, just kind of general energy. So I really feel like this is more of Be the Fool this month, the Fool card, the Zero card in the tarot, to really take a step back and think about what are some things that you are not going forward with in your life. What are some things that you're not doing because you're being held back by fear? Fear is such a huge thing. I think it is the driving force for many of the things in negatively affecting our lives, when people lash out at others because of fear. I feel like when people criticize or anything, or put people down, or not go about doing something, or give 1,000,010 reasons why they shouldn't do something even though it's something they really want to do, it's all because of fear. So really taking a look at where are your fears, being really honest with yourself, and figuring out where has fear kept you back from doing the things that you really truly want to do, and where has fear maybe stepped in when maybe you said some things you shouldn't have. We can't take those things back, but we can be responsible for our actions afterwards. How we can remedy the situation, or just maybe learn from the situation. So Invert Fear is kind of the overarching theme for this month. Okay, moving on to our color of the month. My color card I actually get from my deck of color by the Color Gypsy, which I keep in this beautiful leather pouch, which I buy all my pouches from my grandmother's hands on Etsy. And that card is patience. Okay, so we have this very like cobalt, yeah, kind of cobalt blue, almost going into a purple type color for this month, and patience. So I think to have patience with ourselves, you know, if you go with our theme card, which was fear, to have patience with ourselves, you know, because we're not gonna just like heal from things, and we're not just gonna like, you know, adjust things, you know, that we do, like, whoo, that was easy, or whoo, I healed from my past, that was easy. But just to have patience with ourselves, just to be kind of loving, as we're all, myself included, like all of us are all kind of going through our thing, we're going on our path, we're trying to work on ourselves, we're trying to heal certain things, we're just trying to become better people. There is no sprint to the finish, because there is no finish line. It's all a work in progress. We're all just trying to, you know, evolve, become better. So just have a little patience with yourself this March. Then we go into our essential oil card, and the card that I like to pull from is the Essential Oil Oracle cards. And the card that I got was Inspire. I am stuck is the trigger statement, but a more truthful statement would be I am filled with possibility. And here we have peppermint as your essential oil. Allow yourself to float up above any thoughts or emotions and see what is needed for you to process them and move forward. Hello, do we just have like that patience card? So all of this definitely ties in with each other for the month of March. So we have our inverting fear, so kind of taking a step back and seeing where fear is playing a role in the things that we want in our life, and patience, having patience with ourselves as we work through our fears. And then here we have peppermint being our essential oil, and you can use this however you want. If you would like to, you know, turn it into a spray or some, you know, you know, perfume that you create for yourself, or you would like to burn it on a charcoal, or you just kind of, I don't know, maybe you have peppermint in your garden and you want to like tend to it. So however you want to use peppermint this month, but it's just, I am filled with possibilities. So just seeing, you know, where you need to do a little bit of work, but again, just having patience with yourself. So it's all definitely just blend in together, and I love when the cards do that. So lovely. Diving into our stone for the month of March, and I was really feeling Argonite calling out. So this is actually considered the Sputnik version of Argonite. You can get it in a polished form, which I will show you in a moment. But yeah, I'm not only, you know, I think people think of this for like grounding, but I'm really feeling more working with your higher self when it comes to healing this month. And like I said, like kind of the cards kind of tie in with that. And here I have a little Sputnik piece here. But yeah, I'm really feeling the call for like Argonite in all its forms, whether it's polished, like this. Actually, this is blue Argonite. You know, or maybe you just, if you don't have this stone, you just want to meditate on the image. But I really feel just kind of like working with your higher self this month and seeing, you know, how you can work with the divine, work with your divine self, and pull in a little bit of healing for yourself in the month of March. And I think Argonite is beautiful for that. I do actually have a brown piece of tumbled Argonite, but I can't show you guys right now because Wally, who's sitting on a folded up blanket next to me, is on top of my stone. So Wally has approved it for the month of March. You can, well, I guess you can't see, but he's down there and he's on top of the stone, and he's actually, you know, obviously feeling the good vibes off of it. So, you know, Argonite is going to be the stone for you in the month of March. So this reading, I'm going to be using the New Era Elements Tarot. And actually, if you check in on Sunday when I usually do my deck reviews, I do a review of this deck because I have had it for a few months now and I'm absolutely loving it. And after, actually, I did the review video and then I was like, whoa, you know what? I need to use this for the March reading. So here we go. I am going to be pulling in a few different areas. I'm going to be pulling a card for health, a card for love, family, friendship, money, and work. So 6 different cards. So let's go ahead and just pull all those right now. I will fast forward and we jump into the reading. So we have our 6 cards, and the first card is going to be in the realm of health. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So I'm going to put it on my lap. And health. So what does the universe, our higher selves, our spirit guides, our angels, our dragons, our everyone, what do they want to help shed light on for us in the month of March in terms of health? So I always ask that all these messages are for our highest and lightest good. Okay. Ooh, so we have the 4 of Swords, truth. You know what's interesting? Because I filmed Sunday's video before I filmed this, even though I know it's airing on Friday. When I did the deck review for this, the very first card that popped out, I swear, was this card. And now it's popping out again for this reading. So I know that I doubly have to get this message out to you guys. I know this is general, but I really feel like this is a big one. Here we have the keyword truce, and I know in the Rider-Waite-Smith you have like the knight that's like taking a break, and you know this is connected to health. So right away the first thing that popped into my brain was like, oh, so people just kind of need to take a break on themselves, you know, when it comes to health. But I really feel like it goes much deeper than that. I think when it comes to our health, there's so much like feeling that goes with it. Like just when we hear the word health, like eat healthy, take care of yourself, take care of your health, there's a lot that people feel with that. Some people feel positive emotion, some people feel overwhelmed, some people feel anxiety, some people feel really triggered when they hear that statement. So I'm feeling this month is to really have a sit down with yourself and kind of have a talk with, what does health mean to me? What feelings come up for me when I hear the word health? Why are these things coming up? Where are they coming from? Do I feel badly when I hear the word health? Why do I feel badly? Where is that stemming from? So this is a lot of, I feel like, self-work, like shadow work, basically, to kind of go through and figure out like, where are these emotions and thoughts coming from? Maybe you have a really positive feeling when you hear the word health. Great, where's that positivity stemming from? So I'm not just saying for people who are feeling negative, but also the people who are feeling positive. Like where is all this coming from? It's just interesting, because later on you'll start making connections with other things in your life, like why you feel a certain way, why you think a certain way when you hear a certain word or activity, and it's all stemming from something. So this month for health, just think of the word health, actually, literally, and start going back and figuring out where is that coming from, and to kind of have a little truce with yourself, because I feel like a lot of people feel like they're at war with their own body, like they feel like they're at war with their internal organs or the way things work, and just kind of have a little truce and be like, okay, whoa, like we need to back up. Like my spirit and my body, like we need to just my mind and my body, and we need to figure out where are all these feelings coming from, and then we'll figure out how we can make an action plan and work together. Okay, so this is all internal. This is, you working with you. So just have a little truce with yourself in the month of March. Next we go into love. Ooh, and that can mean a lot of different things, but let's see. What does the universe have for us for love? Ooh, the Love has the 4 of Fire, or the 4 of Wands, and we have perfection. Okay, so I love how this deck is like so deep. So what I'm getting with this, and here you have just perfection. The way, I don't know if you guys can really get in deeply to the image, but this woman is playing with fire, basically. So for perfection, and I love that this has some keywords. Just know that the love that you have to give others, whether it be romantic, platonic, friendship type love, is perfect. You have the right amount of love to give people. You have enough love to give others. If anybody is making you feel like you are not giving enough of yourself, or your heart isn't big enough, or they make you feel less than, even though you're pouring your heart out to this person, these people don't deserve the love that you have to give. Yes, you can send a little healing love their way, but I'd say back up your energy just a little bit when it comes to love in the month of March. So again, this is like romantic, this is friendship, this is platonic, this is everything, on all areas of where we think of love. If anybody isn't seeing your love as, perfect, as enough, and that you are giving your whole heart to something, then those people aren't deserving of it. And you can send them with some love, love and light. I hope you find some healing and some peace. You definitely do that. You don't want to send any negative vibes anybody's way, but just kind of pull back, some of that beautiful energy that you are just like pouring out to them. So I really kind of feel that for March. So just kind of reassess where all your love is going in terms of like relationships and love, and are these people appreciative of the wonderful, perfect love that you have to give as a loving, light human being? And next we have family. Okay, so family. What does the universe have for family? Ooh, and we have the Fool card. So I'm seeing this as some new beginnings. You know what? I am gonna go with this literally. There's literally a baby on the card. I'm literally feeling like babies. And that's probably not too far off, because usually March is a month where it's springtime. There are a lot of babies born in the spring. So if you know somebody or somebody in your family, or maybe it's you who has just had a baby born like not too long ago, or maybe they're being born this month, or I feel a lot of like new beginnings with this. So if with babies, it's like they're this fresh, beautiful spirit coming into this world, and I feel like for parents, it's or even grandparents, it's a chance to, or even any member of the family or friends or whatever, it's a chance to think about all of the things that you wish maybe your parents could have done for you, or maybe reassessing like how your own childhood went, or how, if you're a grandparent, how you parented your child, and maybe some knowledge that you can pass on to your children when now that they're new moms and dads. And so I see a lot of this, like, gosh, this whole month is like reassess and like work on yourself, and just with this new beautiful spirit that has entered the world, what lessons that you have learned can you now pass on to this child? So not obviously taking things, sometimes people in a more negative way. I know this happens sometimes because I've seen it in my own family, but where people use ways that they've been hurt in the past to then pass on that hurt to someone new, and that baby doesn't deserve that. So more like, if you have been hurt in the past, how can I pass on more love to this new spirit that has entered the world? The love that maybe you did not receive in childhood, you are going to pour tenfold, onto this child. So just some time, you know, to kind of reassess, you know, if your grandparents, if your parents, new parents, you know, with these beautiful children, beautiful little spirits that are entering the world. And hey, those little babies are going to grow up and maybe one day be in my classroom, so where I will have the honor of teaching them. So I definitely see a lot of new beginnings with babies in the month of March. Then we go into friendship. Okay, what does the universe have for friendship? Ooh, oh, okay. So we have oppression, 10 of fire, 10 of wands. Kind of sad. You see these bars back here with, I think this is a leopard, not a cheetah, but leopard. Okay, so what I'm getting for friendship in the month of March is not so, this is not to say like our friends are oppressive, but I feel like there's a lot happening in the springtime, you know, and a lot of engagements to go to and people to hang out with, and that's fantastic. Like, definitely hang out with your friends, spend time with your friends, always make time for your friends. But if it becomes a little excessive where you feel like there are so many dates in your calendar and there's so much to do that you're feeling burnout and it's more of an obligation to hang out with your friends than it is a fun activity, then to maybe just do a little self-care, just kind of pull back some of those activities. Just, hey, if you're hanging out with this friend, you know, for this event, that's fine. Or maybe cut back the number of hours. Like if it's a friend's kid's birthday party or something like that, you know, maybe don't stay the whole time, you know, stay, you know, just towards the beginning or maybe the middle or whatever it may be. But I really see for like friendship is just to kind of like take care of your energy, because your friends will feel that too. You know, if I have a friend that's like hanging out with me and they just look like on their mind they're thinking about where else they need to be right now and what's going on their to-do list, I feel like I'm being a burden on them, and like, I'm so sorry, like maybe you should be off doing something else. So you don't want your friends to feel that way. Obviously you don't want to feel that way either. So just kind of make sure that you are 100% present and full of energy when you are hanging out with each of those friends this month. So again, if you need to move things around in your schedule, engagements with your friends, parties with your friends, just chilling with your homies, you know, do so that you can be the best person you can be, the best friend you can be for your friends without making them something on your to-do list. Okay, so that's what I got going on for friendship this month. Next we have money. So what does the universe have in terms of money? Money, we have the Father of Water. So I'm really seeing to take a more mature, emotional look at your finances. What emotions are attached to the word finances? A lot of this is like word attachment. We're doing a lot of shadow work this month. It's in a like kind of a light way, but I don't feel like this reading is like heavy at all. It's just a lot of like little things, just like, you know, assessing. We're doing a little bit of self-assessment this month. But for your finances, if you feel like you've been a little spend heavy, just be like, okay, okay, where's that coming from? You know, is it because I got a little pay bump this month and, you know, I feel like I have a little extra to spend? Hey, you know, splurge every once in a while. But if you feel like that splurging once in a while is becoming a splurge every weekend or like every week, every day, it's just time to take a step back and be like, whoa, well, what kind of emotional attachment do I have with my things or my ability to spend, my ability to have money in my account and to spend? So just taking a little self-assessment. I'm more mature. We have the Father of Water, so a more mature look on, okay, what's going on with my finances? How do I feel when the bills show up? How do I feel when maybe there's something that I see that's pretty awesome and I realize it's I could buy it if I wanted to, but it may not be the best thing for my bank account. And maybe I feel like, oh, well, then I have to. Like maybe you feel like you're trying to prove something. So where is all that coming from? So it's just a little mature emotional assessment when it comes to money in the month of March. Moving on to work. All right, universe, what do you have for us in the realm of work? Ooh, awesome. So we have the Chariot. Okay, and okay, well, we got these little guys and this thing, but other things coming up. But okay, for a Chariot, I feel like there's some projects maybe you've been working on at work, maybe some little side things that you've been doing, and I feel like some people, myself included, have been working on this for like a while, like possibly a year if not more, and I feel like there's progress being made, not just a little progress, a lot of progress being made in the area of whatever project you're working on, either side project or something that's actually connected to your day job, your muggle job. So yeah, a lot of momentum coming with that. And I think for some people, that's all you needed to hear. And so there you go. All right, you guys, so that is it. That was the reading for March 2019. If you have any comments or questions, hey, feel free to put that in the comment section down below. I always get back to all of my homies who comment. And yeah, I'm wishing you all a beautiful, wonderful March. And it's not this month, but actually in April, end of April is when all the schools go on spring break. However, this is for me, because I'm a track and field coach, this is like when all our meets start and we start doing competition, and I really start getting to work with my newbie high jumpers and watching them, progress from these beginning stages. So March is really a time for them to blossom and bloom. And I really love track, so I'm excited, So anyway, hey, if you guys want to catch a reading with me, I have tons of different readings. Oh, by the way, I sell other things in my shop too. So like I have like salves, and I have like bracelets. I have room and body sprays all up in my shop. So definitely check it out, www.kittensweetsandtarot.com. And like I said, definitely check out my Patreon group, my homies over there at patreon.com/kittensweetsandtarot. I got a lot of goodies, if you feel like, you just want to send a little bit more love my way, because I try my best to entertain you guys and help you guys and put as much love and light out there in the world as I can. So anyway, I will catch you spiritual homies later. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease in the month of March. Peace out.